Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, how's it going chat? How's everyone doing on this fine Monday? Back for some more Minecraft. Yeah, back at it again. I'll be working on this castle some. Yes, or not yesterday, but last stream we got this built. Yeah, I try to figure out what the next expansion for this shall be. Since I think for the time being, I'm just gonna leave this alone until I figure out what the next step is. Like I'll probably, I don't know, try to figure out some more stuff to put in here. Oh, maybe I should. I was thinking of like potted plant type things almost, or like leaves and bushes. I don't know if I want this. We'll leave it for now and start working on this. So last time we did the other two chandeliers. Then we also expanded this doorway to be triple wide and moved all of this over one, so that way do the same on that side. Be nice. Figure out what to do for these side rooms on this side and on this other side here. We'll figure something out. Or we won't, and we'll just have empty rooms. One of those two options, probably. I'm gonna end up not putting here, not filling in any of these with jack-o'-lanterns because I think the ceiling is lit up enough and there's not weird shadows or anything. Especially once we get the actual outside portion of the roof. There's like that will be, those lighting this side will be fixed once we get more blocks on top. Yeah. I think take out this. Hopefully all my volumes sound good and whatnot.
Hi, Roth.
Well, I suppose that's payback for all the times I scared you.
Did I end up scaring you?
A little jump scare.
That's actually hilarious. I love that. I want to say first and foremost to everybody on my end, I apologize for starting so late. I was actually setting up for my first dog sitting gig on Rover, so the lady wanted to get on a phone call to kind of do some meet and greet type stuff. So I'm here now. That's all that matters. Right, Roth? Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. what you working on today?
I am currently working on some more terraforming stuff. Kind of showing everybody the whole process of filling in, replacing all this stone that I've dug out with deep slate, making it look like it's gonna be very cavernous. I hear baby zombie. Don't like that. Do not like that. What are you working on today?
Castle.
More castle stuff?
Yeah. And
Nice.
somewhat plan
Nice.
out the next portion.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm taking this one step at a time because it's a lot of work that I gotta do, but you know, it is what it is. We'll go say hi to him. Hey, Roth, I'm coming for a visit, but people want to see what you're working on.
Wow.
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 I'm going to go into here. Ow. Faceplant. Faceplanting is never fun. I have to definitely fix up this cave here at some point. But this is kind of the tunnel going to and from the nether, obviously, because this is the nether portal. This is going to be the fastest way to get to Roth, because he's a couple thousand blocks away. He's just past. Yep, there it is. Help! Lots of hard work has gone into this build. And then Roth is off this way. Right? No, it's this way. I know my directions. He doesn't play nearly as often as I do, so his progress might not be as much as me. But, hey, Roth.
Hello.
You having fun?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to make this not straight wall.
You just kind of want to have it like a bow almost.
Yeah, bow, and probably do like windows here.
Okay, okay. I could see it now. It's gonna be glorious.
And I'll probably do it on this other side of this hallway as well.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, this is the main hall that Roth has built. It's pretty awesome. Especially, I think I also installed the shaders that you have for your special lighting. Oh yeah.
Soulless.
Soulless? No. Okay. This is something else.
S-O-L-I-S.
Also, Goober, Voxy, welcome everybody. Hope you guys are having a lovely day. Yeah, this is his throne room that he built. With these shaders, my computer's actually screaming at me right now. I should probably turn these off. It's like, I'm like, oh, is it gonna explode? Yeah, we're gonna go back to my shaders. Okay, computer, stop screaming. This build is very sick. Roth is a very, very talented builder. He's
I don't know if it's on your shaders, but I have lamps back here, or lanterns back here on either side, so it kind of puts up a...
It doesn't give off nearly as much light, but
glow from behind the tree.
At least if we go back to the shaders that make my computer scream, actually doesn't show. Yours might show a little bit differently than mine do, because it's like just all blue in here for me.
Yeah, I like it with the shaders.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it so my computer stops screaming at me.
Yeah,
I've never heard my computer do that before.
Because it's like without shaders, you don't even notice it, but with those shaders on, then it just like it's a blue glowing effect.
It radiates a lot better.
Yeah.
Send me the file for your shaders at some point, just so I can get it to look the way that you make it look. You don't have to do it right away. I'm just asking, maybe at some point. And then we do have one more build that we've kind of taken a break from, because we've been working on our own things here and there with, obviously, I'm working on the Dwarven Kingdom. He's working on his Elven Kingdom. And that is off this way. Just gotta do a little bit of flying. Down into here. This portal actually takes us into our cave homes, like our very first starter homes. I went ahead and kind of did this with this. I really like it. Makes it feel like life came from this cave almost. Eventually, at some point, we'll come back and revisit it and maybe make it look a little bit more majestic, magical. I don't know. And without dying, this is our starter.
To you, because otherwise I'm not going to remember.
Okay, well, thanks, bud.
There's a little text file in my shaders folder as well. I think I changed a couple of the settings, but I just sent that as well. Just, I don't know.
Okay.
Just in case.
So, this is our fishing village, which is nowhere near done. We just wanted to kind of work on our main things, primarily, like, obviously, out dwarf. So, work on my Dwarven Kingdom. Roth is an elf. He wants to work on his Elven Kingdom. He built this sea gate and that bridge in these houses down here, and I built all of that over there. A nice little jail right along the water here. You know, hanging cages, jail cells, the whole works. Some more details definitely could be put into this, but this is also just to start. It's version 1. Since this is a forever world, we can always come back to different parts of it and work on them if we ever so choose. Right, Roth?
Yeah. I'm in my head for that island. Like, I know we had kind of talked about the Lake
Don't look at
Town
the backside of my mountain.
from The Hobbit as kind of
Yeah,
inspiration on in terms of like cramped and crowded. But I also was just like thinking about the Pirates of the Caribbean movies again.
yeah, like Tortuga almost.
Yeah, get some stuff like that. Like not quite as words, not quite as sophisticated in terms of like cannons and gunpowder and muskets and all that. Although,
Right.
yeah. Until we at least discover, or kind of, yeah, discover and talk about like what our technology cap,
Yeah,
technology
we haven't gotten
limit
that far
is.
into our lore yet.
Yeah, I need to get on that and start coming up with
Me
some more
too.
stuff.
I should probably send you the World Anvil link that I made, because that's where I started like putting up some actual like lore and such. So you can just kind of add on to it. It's completely free, just so you know. So you don't have to pay for anything.
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
like free
that's
things.
kind of the world tour. We do like free things. So we got some work to do here. This has kind of been like one of those things that I've been working on off camera quite a bit. This first section here definitely went by a lot slower because I did not efficiently set up my TNT cannons or TNT dupers to take out a majority. I mean, this entire row here probably could have been taken care of if I had, you know, did the things I meant to do. You need to make a full video series on this. At some point, I keep saying that I want to make videos on this. I will eventually make videos. At some point. I just need to find the time for it. Right now, it's kind of limited because I'm working 2 jobs. So I don't get nearly as much free time as I would like. So I work on this pretty much whenever I am able to. Fortunately, I am leaving my second job here shortly to hopefully make YouTube my second job. We're not too far off from 1K. So if you haven't done so yet, subscribe. Also, I want to make sure my alerts work. Roth, you should definitely test my alerts for me. Or somebody that is actually subscribed, just unsubscribe and resubscribe. Because I had to redo everything, because I had to reset my PC the other night. So all of my things that I originally had set up no longer work. If I have time for it this Friday, I definitely want to sit down and do some recording on this world.
Yeah. I desperately want to do recording and stuff, and it's like, yeah, I could probably find time to do recording, but the problem is trying to find time to do editing in a timely manner.
Have Rebecca do it for you.
In a timely manner so that like keeps up. But like I also don't entirely know what I want to do in terms of video. Like I was thinking just like lore, talking lore and doing like kind of build recaps of areas that we've done.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to kind of do the same. Yeah. Like as I'm building and working on things, like make the scripts for the lore and all that kind of stuff. I have started kind of working on Dwarven lineage for the main kingdom here. and some lore on lineage for the fishing settlement.
I also, yeah, once we like get more into that stuff, like, and we have kind of like basically, I guess the term I'll use is showcase videos, where we kind of showcase
Yeah.
the areas that we finished and talk about lore we've written for that area. Once we start showcase videos, I think it would be cool. I think we can do this where on YouTube, like, I think we can both add to the same playlist. And so, like, videos across both our channels, I think we could put into the same playlist. Because I think someone
Oh
can make a
yeah.
playlist and you can add someone as a collaborator to it, maybe?
I might have to take a look into that. Just like like when tonight's done.
But yeah, do something like that.
Definitely should do some recording on the world. It's too cool not to show off. I mean, I know I need to. I've tried doing a couple shorts. Oh yeah, speaking of shorts, I made a bunch of replays of me building the mountain. Because I had to reset my PC. Those are all gone.
No.
Yeah. Found that out the hard way when I reinstalled all my mods today. Like, wait a minute. My recordings. Because they're all just saved in the replay folder. So once that folder's deleted, obviously, bye-bye to all the recordings. Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, that would be a nice thing to have. And then,
oh yeah, for sure.
That way we can, because you know I love organization, so just like keeping
that's why
I all the fans can check out all the showcase videos.
Yeah, and that's also another thing we can do with World Anvil, because World Anvil is mostly used for like D&D type things. So like you can make your own worlds and campaigns and all that kind of stuff, and like the stuff that you make, you're able to like store stories and all that kind of stuff as you go. So that's kind of what I've been doing whenever I've had time at work. It's just working on lore and other things. There we go. That's fixed. But it's always awesome hearing people say like, oh, this world's sick. Because it makes me feel good. And I'm sure it makes Roth feel good too.
Yeah, especially on days when I was like, y'all cancel stream.
No. Come on, man. See, that's the one thing that I've also been working on, is like some days where I'm like, I can't. I force myself. And then I end up having a good night, and I feel like I actually make progress on something for once.
Yeah. Like tonight, I was like, maybe I won't stream tonight. But no, I was like, I'm going to stream. And I'm gonna like it.
You're gonna stream, and you are gonna like it. So I think from this point here, we're gonna go pretty much flat. Yeah, you guys are also getting some like insider knowledge on my thought process for why I'm terraforming a specific way. Beacon! I lost my beacon powers. There we go. I'll start from this side. I think I'm actually getting to the point where my beacon powers are not holding anymore. Do you like making content? I like making content. I especially the Soulless world. Because one of these days I will have the aspiration. I have the mindset that I want to make I want to write a book series. I want to. I used to love writing as a kid. I want to be able to do it more. So I want to turn basically what I'm building and making lore wise in this world, I'm going to put into my book. And obviously, like Roth will get credits for his parts. We're actually going to move this beacon. Yeah. Move this beacon. We're going to move it more centrally in that area where we're currently digging so that we can get an even spread for our beacon powers.
Beacon powers.
Beacon powers. I need the haste. Especially for how... Actually, let's do a statistics check, everybody. I'm 9,000... Like, 8,500 blocks away from mining up 500,000 stone. That's a crazy number to think of. Even with how much that I have I mean, yes, I've dug out a good portion of this area by hand. But I think even with after I get all my TNT dupers set up and tunnel bore everything, I can still easily crack like 750, I think. Maybe even more. So everything that you see in stone here, I will eventually cover up with deep slate or replace the stone with deep slate. So deep slate or some other blocks that blend well with it. Well, yeah, it's a great time. We're having a good time, having a good time. I'm just gonna build out this way. There's still a few straggling blocks that are just floating that I need to take care of. Yep. I think right here will be good. Mm-hmm. Should probably go get some iron. Let's see how many iron blocks we'll be able to make. I mean, it's a good amount. Not as many as I originally thought, but still a lot of iron. Get rid of the poppies, too. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's another? I don't know. I get another 2 stacks out of the iron that we have here. Almost. Damn. We're almost up to 8 stacks of iron blocks.
That's a lot.
That's crazy. That is a lot. Yippee! Oh, that's right. I need to grab iron. One thing I definitely need to work on is a creeper farm. But I don't think there's like any kitty cats around here, so I'd have to go steal some from another village. And hopefully that will last us a long while. Ideally, what I'm trying to focus on is just terraforming enough of where the stone is that it's just going to go right down to the deep slate level, and I'm not even going to touch it, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because it's already enough work that I'm putting in for just this section. It's crazy. You jump off and get some work done. Great stream as always. To give a little shout out on my Discord. Hopefully it boosts your channel up a bit. You deserve it. I really appreciate that, Ludo. You're absolutely amazing. For anybody that's watching me, with probably in VOD form, or if you're live watching this, go check out Ludo too. I've seen some of your content. I like what you're doing over there on your channel too. It's always great to have content creators backing other content creators.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Also check out Roth. He's linked in my description.
That's me.
He's trying to get to 100 subs on his channel.
100 subs on YouTube and 300 followers on the Twitch.
Yahoo! I believe in you, buddy. Got this. Alright, I think we're getting good beacon coverage here, so don't have to worry too much about that. I think I've got, God, how many more blocks? Maybe 20 plus. It's not too much more, which is good. Some sand. Getting some sand.
Goody. Oh boy, that means I don't have to go get any, hopefully.
Yahoo!
Oh, I probably will, but I
Have a
have
great
enough
night,
to
man.
at
Thanks
least
for stopping in, Ludo.
test what I want to do.
I mean, I guess that's kind of really the more important thing is if you're able to test and see if what you want to do actually works. I still need to send you the world download. I'll get that to you after tonight's stream, so you can try to do some brainstorming.
Like, I like planning ahead so I can get more done, but there's also, like...
There's a part of it that you're enjoying to just, like,
yeah,
wing it.
just kind of wing it and test things out as you play. Because I think...
See, I do that way too often.
I need to find, like, a little bit of a balance, because...
Right. No, I completely get that.
I would like to get more done than what I'm currently getting done.
Mm-hmm.
But I think part of the reason I kind of burnt out previously on servers and stuff is because it's like I was basically pre-building everything.
And then rebuilding it all.
And rebuilding it. Which was like worked fine for a while, but then I was just like I was cranking out too much to where I was like having trouble coming up with new ideas to keep at that pace, and then I started to slow down, and then I felt like, oh man, I'm not doing as much as I used to, and yeah.
Then you just kind of get in your own head about it.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the best part about this server is that we're not pushing ourselves to do too much at a time.
That's you digging out a whole mountain.
Says you that's digging a whole chasm.
It's you with your however many hundreds of thousands of blocks you dug.
I would not be surprised in the slightest if I've dug up over 1 million blocks at this point.
I'd believe it.
Do we want to sit down and do the math, guys?
Math time.
I kind of want to. Because, like, I mean, I've dug up so much diorite, so much andesite, so much granite. I've got pretty much 2 double chests full of... Pretty much 2 double chests full of coal. I've done so much. I'm now onto my 3rd double chest of... Working on my 3rd double chest of gravel. That's great. Sure, everything's... As quote-unquote disorganized as I am with where I'm putting stuff, I also know at the same time, like, hey, I know where stuff is because I don't have it labeled. And the storage room just continues to grow and grow and grow.
I found more sand.
Have you gone to a desert yet?
I don't think so.
Because there's a desert to the... Oh, right. My world map, everything that I've explored is gone. Oh.
If I can...
Remember when Windows said, hey, we're going to keep all your files? No, you didn't.
There's probably a way I can share mine, which is probably not.
I mean, it's honestly fine.
Perfect, or not as much as yours, or like whatever, but like it'll be at least some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of debating.
Just do it.
Well, between 2 options, I'm trying to think. Should I do like one big, like window, or I was thinking of doing, because it's in sections of 3 for this wall. I was thinking of just doing like 1 block wide, like slit windows down the middle of each.
Honestly, I think the slit windows might look a little better. I mean, what you can always do is like build one side out, or like build each side depending on on which side's getting a
True.
window, or if both of them are getting windows. Build out the one side as the slit windows, and then the other as the big one.
Well, I already started building the wall on this side, so this side will be the slit window test side.
Because you might end up just being like, oh yeah, that looks a lot better. We're just gonna do this.
I need to figure out what color of glass I want to use. Maybe white? I feel like white would.
Oh yeah, if you need glass, there is a villager over here that sells it.
No.
Or one or two at least. At least one, maybe
Okay.
two.
I'll keep that in mind. I have it's decent amount. Not really. I have like maybe a couple stacks that I can get from the sand that I have. But just buying it would.
Especially with how much iron that we have.
Alright, I could just sell the iron.
Yeah. I think that's one shulker down of deep slate. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a regular slate. We need cobbled.
How do I want to? Guess let's fill in this floor temporarily. Stand on.
Just get some scaffolding.
Well, it's the ground floor. I had it dug out because I hadn't put the real floor in, so it's just a block too short.
Ow. Gotcha. I'm hearing zombies. Think it's the cavern that's basically right beside me. I need to know where my boy Doug Dig has been, or Doug Deep. Doug Deep. That's his name.
Digimon or something like that.
Doug Deep Dimmadome.
Dear crabs, I have an idea.
I made some sort of SpongeBob reference the other night while playing with Vintage Story with Soulspawn. He didn't get it, and I was very disappointed in him. Oh, I don't know if I sent it to you, but there was a TikTok of somebody with bad internet is catching up to you, and it's when SpongeBob lost his house. And Patrick has that moment of like, SpongeBob, what happened to your house? I audibly laughed at that one. So you finished watching The Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm going to talk to you about it too. For anybody that has not finished watching The Walking Dead, skip 5 minutes into the stream. I don't know.
I have not watched all the spin-off shows yet.
No.
On my list of things
I haven't either.
I've watched the first season of Daryl Dixon and the Negan and Maggie show, the first season of that. I haven't watched the Rick and Michonne show
Dead City.
or any other series. I haven't even watched Fear the Walking Dead.
I think I watched that like not too long after like season 9 or whatever it came out, because that Walking Dead was still going when Fear the Walking Dead started premiering.
Yeah.
So, but I just started season 11. Like I'm like on episode 3 now. But let me tell you, the freaking whiplash that I got from realizing who set Negan free, I did not see that coming at all.
I'm a
Like
little
I
rusty
could,
on the season. Is it Carol, right?
yes. So originally, like he kills her and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's kind of a shocker. So I thought like Negan would go on his villain arc again,
Yeah.
use the whispers to his advantage, but no, he just kills her. And then I see him take her head, like to some, like obviously it just shows boots or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so he killed Alpha so that he could take over the Horde, kind of thing, whatever. And then when I saw Carol, I'm just like, huh? What? And then just took you long enough. I was just like, what? Then I had to like backtrack myself, like through memory of like, wait a minute. It was wild. That's all I really have to say. I did not expect it in the slightest. And that's gotta be, I mean, obviously I've watched The Walking Dead before, so like I knew about some things. But like even rewatching, I was like, oh, okay, I didn't notice that before. Kind of like the once in a blue moon type thing when I watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
For the billionth time. But yeah, emotional whiplash. Or just whiplash. It's crazy. Alright, I think this is 3 blocks. Yeah. I'm gonna build this back up a bit. Have you decided on window design yet, or have you not gotten that far yet?
I started on the slits, and then I decided that I was going to work how I'm doing.
Okay.
It was sections of 3, and it's 15 blocks wide, but now I'm thinking maybe 3 sections of 5.
Okay, so then you could get slightly bigger slit windows.
That,
if you wanted.
or also no.
What was he thinking, guys? Oh, look, some gold. We got our local BOO working hard on sleeping. Gotta sleep. Oh boy. Love digging. I also finally added in some vanilla tweaks for the deteriorating tools to help me get a visual representation of when, oh, I need to go replace my tool like now before it breaks.
Yeah, don't they also have a sound as well?
They do have a sound one, but I don't use that. I've been very disciplined as of late when it comes to that, so I'll go ahead and use that, I guess. I do need to rework my basalt generator as well, because that is kind of messed up right now. I want to make it more automatic and actually foolproof on setup. Honestly, I think this is some pretty good progress so far. Wait, dripstone. This is my first time discovering the dripstone cave here. I definitely didn't notice that before. How's chat doing? You guys still hanging in there? You still having a good time? It's... The refresh. I really don't need the dripstone right now, so we're just going to toss that. I'm finally getting down to the point where I'm running into more caverns, though, which is making this mining process go by a bit faster, which is super nice.
Yep.
Honestly, I think I chose a pretty prime spot for where I'm digging, because there is a lot of caverns, so it's not too much that I actually have to do until I get down to the caverns. The tedious part of blast mining all the way down first is a little irritating, because I have to constantly set up my TNT machines. Oh, did you see that the prequel to Game of Thrones is coming out this year?
What the was it Dunkin' Egg? Or
I think it was that. I saw it pop up on my news feed on my on my work computer. Like, oh,
I knew they were
it's set
making
to release this summer.
couple shows, I thought, but I have not kept track.
I have not either. I have been very bad at keeping track of all that stuff, too. So don't worry, you're not the only one. You thinking of you deciding on what you want to do?
Trying. I like the window slits. I tried to go with a 3 wide window and I didn't like it, so I kind of made a 1.5 wide window.
Okay.
Not sure. It's kind of weird because it is 3 wide with glass, but then I have walls on the outside portion, so like a lot of the glass on the first and third blocks of the window gets cut off. That way it's not as big.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Also having trouble decide what trim to go with, because I was like kind of wanting to do white, just so I have some more white accents around, and it's not just gray everywhere.
Right.
So kind of like using some tough.
It's kind of fun to just like jump down into this hole that I've dug.
Yeah. Move to wee.
You want to know what's kind of funny though? Now that I think about it, if you remember, I want to say it was Voidcraft season 2, where I had dug out that mesa.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that base?
Yeah, when we pranked you with terracotta trees everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that one.
Forgot about that.
I think this hole in of itself is probably equivalent to the size of that base. Just this one hole. Maybe ever so slightly smaller. But like it feels like this area that I've dug out is an equivalent. Boop. I hear a baby zombie. Respectfully, frick off. Actually, you know what? Disrespectfully. I'm just saying, I had no idea where it was. I could just hear it. But if it had dropped on my head while I said that, like right after I said that, I probably would have cried a little bit. I think there's like a cavern either right above or right below. I can hear it. Oh, that's above. There's some. Ah! That was a lot of zombies. Oh, there's some. I feel like I gotta do something with this area. Oh, this is the other side. That is the industrial side, so we might be able to find something to do with it. I think so, at least. is there an area here that I haven't explored yet? A bunch of skull. I had to have explored this because there's torches here. Weird. Interesting. But yeah, we actually don't have all that much more to go. So once we get this section done, then we just have to do that wall. That wall. There's still so much more I need to. I might set up the TNT dupers to like shave off that small bit there. And that's the one thing I hate about redstone and like TNT dupers of the sorts is that once I'm done with an area, I then have to break it down, gather everything up again, and then relocate it. Build it all over again. And then if I don't build it right, then it breaks or explodes. I lose stuff. Then that's just not fun. And it's just a headache. Ow. That creeper just saw his friend just fall to his death. Oh man. I'm out of deep slate again. I think I've gone through about 1.5 shulkers worth of deep slate so far today. It's kind of crazy. That's a lot of deep slate. No, right guys? It's crazy. All right. I'm gonna stop and get more. Probably should have left a few blocks in my inventory. Oops. Boop. Excellent. I dug that out. That was meant to be there. How's it going over there, bud? Getting a better idea of what you're wanting to do?
He says very confidently.
Yeah. Oh, man. I always hate starting late. Because I know I have to get off by a certain time. Otherwise, I'm going to be sleep deprived and cranky. Especially tomorrow. I have a busy day tomorrow. Do you still watch B-dubs at all by chance?
I haven't in a very... Well, I guess I should say a very long time. Like, I started on his Hermitcraft in his single-player world, and then I just got really busy, and so I'm months behind.
I think you I'm going to send you his episodes that he's done recently. Because he did the Nether Hub for season 10.
Seeing like his thumbnails and stuff. Like I see the videos pop up in my feed.
In your feed, yeah.
And
it's just like
I see his like 4 of the last.
How does
5.
he come up with it?
Dude, I don't know. Man's a genius. And has more time than I do.
Both of us combined. Imagine being able to do content creation as your full-time job. Couldn't be us.
See, it's been 8 months since I've watched one of his videos.
Holy crap. Yeah, you just have a little bit of catching up.
Yeah, like I was keeping up with everything already, you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like I was after the kid was born, like I was watching so much YouTube because it's like all it did was sleep most of the time. Didn't really do anything, just slept. So it was like I just had so much time and I was just watching so many TV shows and stuff, but yeah. No.
Right.
Mobile
and I was like
almost walking and all that. It's like
can't walk but can climb.
Getting there on the walk.
I love that one snap that you sent me the first time. I was just like, huh? Something ain't, the math ain't mathing, bud.
Hey, you can't park there.
Yeah, that was funny. God. Oh, man. I can't wait to have more time on my hands to do more content. I obviously working 2 jobs isn't ideal when trying to do this at the same time. But I've been having so much more inspiration to do this. Just continue to grind it out. No matter how tedious it might be. Or, as some would say, crazy.
Easy.
I was crazy once. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Oh. You lit me on fire. That was rude. It's not supposed to be like that. Excuse me, sir. What do you think you're doing? Go away. Excuse me, sir. Jeez. People just have no respect for space. Oop. Almost wasn't paying attention. Almost lost another pickaxe. One of my 18 pickaxes that I have.
Jeez Louise.
That's a lot of pickaxes. I probably would have had a full shulker by this point if I didn't break so many. What time is it? It's almost 10. I think I'm going to finish digging out this section and call it there. It's a much shorter stream than I would liked. I was hoping the people that I was going to be dog sitting for would have been more accommodating to call like another night. But they're like, we'll just do it tonight. I'm like, great. But hey, more clients is always better. For me.
Happy early birthday. Thank you. Cool guy.
Oh yeah, isn't that tomorrow?
Yep.
You're gonna hit the big old 2-8. We're heading into our twilight years, bud.
I don't want to be a vampire.
I was not expecting that.
Well, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh man, you know you're tired when you're kind of getting a little delulu. I didn't go to bed till like almost 2:30 last night.
Right.
See, this is what happens when like during the week I like manage to reset my sleep schedule, but then we're up until like 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning playing Magic. Even 2:30 sometimes when somebody plays their life gain deck.
Yeah. Oh, jerk.
What an ass, right? Who does that? Who tortures their friends like that? Couldn't be me. All right. And done.
No, I'm
Like right there.
trying
Oh.
to keep in mind it's a forever world. If I absolutely hate it, I can always come back and change it.
Exactly. Version
Yeah.
1 never has to be perfect.
Trying to do that to some extent, but also
You just want to be able to get it done and perfect the first time so you can continue to move on to other things.
right, and I don't want to like do it so poorly that like I have to like redo it a lot. Like if I end up
Right.
changing it, I'd rather it be like I have to change like
Small things.
yeah, small things like change the blocks. Don't really have to like redo the entire part of the structure or whatever.
Right.
You know, like moving an
Yeah, no, I
entire
get it.
floor over one block. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, who would do that? Alright. Yeah, it's 10:01 now. So that's gonna go for me tonight. We will redirect over to Roth. Well, if he's gonna keep going.
Yeah, longer probably.
Yeah. Okay.
At least another half hour probably.
Gotcha. Damn it, the redirect did not work. What the hell? Alright. I'll talk to you later.
You would.
Oh boy.
some reason it's not showing up in my activity feed. Oh, okay, I just had to refresh. Thank you for the hydrate. Got to, sometimes my activity feed doesn't work unless I refresh it when I restart my OBS. And I forgot to do so, so not show up. I refreshed. This is yeah. That one. There. I don't know if I want this just flat, or if I should try to. Yo, Ellie, what's up? Hmm. Move on instead of getting stuck on. How's it going, Ellie? Alrighty, let's... I don't know if I want the wood there anymore or not. It feels like this is any vertical lines with the wood there. Not too shabby, I don't think. Okay, it might. I'll do it like this. But having $39. those windows. You put against Z in UK? I think you would win. I don't know how much Z knows about Yu-Gi-Oh. This. We're back to where we started. Okay. You'd probably beat me. I'm pretty rusty. Problem with those. Not planning enough ahead. Alright, well, we both haven't played for about the same time then. I don't think I've played since 2019 either. 2018 or something. 2017, something like that. On the ends, it is alright. I think that's the same. I Probably beats us in Pokemon card games. I don't know how much he plays Pokemon cards. I play a bit on the pocket version. I do wonder. I like that. On. Not almost nighttime. Shaders just make it seem like it. To me? Okay. Did an escape room yesterday and had 11 minutes left to go. That's not bad. I feel like. I don't know, I've never done an escape room. I would like to do one sometime, but hmm. Yo, Gideon. How's it going, dude? Welcome in, everyone.
Why are you following me?
Appreciate the follow. How was your stream? What were you guys up to? Right, I did it right. It's my first time using the shout out command. I used to use a different one. Playing Polybridge. Oh, nice. Rebel didn't get sent with the right. No. Cinnabar, Ranger, Cookie. How's it going, everyone? We banned the first person. Who? Who banned? Yeah, welcome in, everyone. How's it going? Oh, I understand now. It's like the first person, like in chat, or no? Okay, banned speaking in first person. Got it. I got there. Third person. Gotcha. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Roth. I mostly play Minecraft and Magic the Gathering. You know, two things that are very much not related at all. But those are like my two favorite things to play. Currently, I am working on a project that I call the Soulless world with some of my friends. Currently, I'm the only one on. But basically, we are making our own fantasy world. Just building it in Minecraft. We're like, it's a forever world, and you know, we're lacking on coming up with lore currently, but
Why
we have
are
a
you
little
following
bits
me?
little bits of lore made or whatever. I'm currently working on an elven kingdom out here in the snow. And then
Why
my
are
friend
you
Z.
following me?
Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Very much appreciated. My friend Z's working on the crazy mountain over here. Actually, let's just go check it out. Let me empty some of my inventory. But yeah, this is recam. Yeah, this is Elven Kingdom that I'm working on. Don't mind the dirt, it's to stop creepers from coming in and blowing things up when I'm not looking. And the outside is horrendous. We'll have an economy. We'll probably, like, not really, like, this isn't, like, we're pretty much just like we kind of have our own stuff, but we're really just like communist here. Just helping each other out. We're not doing like shopping districts or anything like that. We're just building, so like there will be like probably economy stuff. Like we'll probably make like a lumber mill and different factions and kingdoms, because we were planning on a bunch of different factions and kingdoms and different like fantasy races. So I'm working on an elven thing, my friend C's working on a dwarven kingdom, and there's just going to be human factions and like all kinds of stuff, different alliances and all kinds of fun stuff. But this is what I have on this so far. This I do have to show you guys. Looks sweet with these shaders. I don't do shaders too often because I know not everyone likes shaders, and also sometimes shaders hurts my eyes after looking at them for too long. But like it just like glows blue, and you don't notice this detail without shaders, but there's lamps back here, and they kind of just little glow from behind. The shaders are Soulless shaders. Soulless. Soulas. Not to be confused with Soulless. Soulless, which is the name of this project that we have maybe foolishly started, but I think we started like August last year, and I think I've done like, I don't know, 10 streams on this, and I don't have much to show for it. But I'm a slow builder, but I also like to take my time doing stuff. But I don't know the way through the nether to get to the dwarven area, so I'm just gonna fly there. Yeah, I will show you that. And just kind of continue on the world tour a little bit. We spawned on this pair of islands here. So we have some stuff started there, and then I was kind of struggling to keep building there, so I was just like, you know, instead of stop streaming or whatever, we just move on to the next, move on to another project and start working on that when I had some ideas for that. But yeah, this world is going to be hopefully massive, and hopefully we'll keep adding to it and whatnot. Eventually, we do want to like kind of make just like showcase videos. So like once areas are done or mostly done, or at least a large portion done, I want to do like some like voiceover videos talking about like the lore of the area and different things going on there and whatnot. But that'll probably be a while on my end, at least, because I feel like enough to, like, I don't have a finished project, so it doesn't make sense to do a normally build like Etho Inside Out. It depends on larger buildings. Sometimes I will, just because, like for that throne room, I knew how I wanted the throne to be, with kind of it being a tree. And then I kind of built that, and then I was like, okay, this is approximately how big I want the floor to be, and then kind of just went from there. I would like to actually start planning some stuff out more, because I've just kind of been winging it. And I've had to redo some stuff a couple times. Like move an entire wall and floor over one block because it didn't end up lining up how I wanted it to. But yeah, this is Z-Man's Dwarven Kingdom here. Very cool. He spent very much a lot on this. That's a sentence, very much a lot. Yeah, his Dwarven Kingdom here is pretty cool. Guess we can. Looks pretty cool. It's not something that you can join. It's just some friends and I just doing our thing. Getting in the way, but yeah, he's been doing this. He is doing some TNT duping just to help clear out some stuff, because I think he's gonna have a lot of layers and whatnot to this, I think. Maybe. Not really sure, but yeah. Looking very nice as he's building up this mountain range. Little tunnels off over here. Like the nice little places. It's cool. I haven't actually seen this yet, but go. Yeah. on cool things. That's the dwarven area. Grab more rockets. Yeah, that is that. Also point out, if people are interested in keeping up with this project, I am also multi-streaming over to YouTube as well. Because with this project, normally I was just streaming to Twitch. I used to make some Minecraft videos on YouTube a long time ago, like years ago, and then was having trouble with editing and whatnot, so I ended up just switching to streaming mostly. But I was like, you know what, my internet can most of the time handle streaming to Twitch and YouTube, so I'm streaming to there, and then the VODs are up for the past 30 streams that I've done, because I want to, I don't know, just be able to look back and see everything as it's been progressing. Let me hide it here. But yeah, this is our starting area. We kind of made base down in this cave. Got a bunch of crap down here. Our little areas and nothing too crazy. Kind of where we started. And found my way back out now. But yeah, this island is meant to be kind of an isolated, kind of like fishing village. Like kind of think like Lake Town from The Hobbit. Lake Town, and maybe a little bit of like some of the, what is it called? Like Tortuga. I think Tortuga is a Pokemon. It's like Tortuga or something like that. Is like a pirate town in Pirates of the Caribbean. So kind of trying to go for that vibe. Back to this. That up here I can sleep in. Yeah, kind of a fishing village, kind of cramped and crowded, and lots of wooden, almost like things are made of like driftwood and whatnot. And we got a bunch of mud. One of the nicer, like, I don't know, I kind of want like some parts to look run down, whatnot, which is why our roof is kind of looking a little rough. And then we kind of have like mud and wood and whatnot. But one of the nicer features of the town are this big sea gate, and free camp. Eventually I would like to make another one on this side. I still need to finish the first one. It's one of the first things I started on here, and then haven't done much with it since. But yeah, the big sea gate that was gifted from like one of the main human kingdoms a while, like hundreds of years ago type of thing. And yeah, to help keep pirates and raiders and whatnot out. But yeah, the idea is you have this channel coming through between the islands, and so we wanted to line it with docks and ports and stuff, so yeah, ships can come through and offload goods, do trading, whatnot. And this here I started on because I had some ideas, and then I kind of like, the ideas kind of fell apart, and I was struggling to make what I wanted. Trying to whatnot, but this was going to be like some kind of like not super secret, but kind of a little bit of a secret thing here. And then the plan is to have like a wood palisade wall going around the entire island. And then here we'll probably have like a metal grate, basically, probably busted open, and it's kind of like a little smuggler's cove thing here, which I think done correctly would look pretty cool. But yeah, I was struggling to work on that, so ended up moving on to working on other things. But yeah, that's the majority of what's been done in the world. We do want to have some like farming stuff over here because the lore of the world. Excuse me, I need some water. My voice. The lore. I can talk. The lore in the world is basically, I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere, but basically, like, I forget if it was like 500 or 800 years ago. A group of, or a human kingdom attempted and mostly succeeded in forcibly uniting a bunch of the other human kingdoms and factions together, and just started like trying to eradicate like non-human sentient beings. And so the elves got pushed far away into the barren, frozen wasteland, and the dwarves kind of cut themselves off and hunkered down in their mountains and whatnot. And then, yeah, hoping to do some other ones too. We want to get some like goblins and orcs and whatnot. But like those, I want to say, like, will be mostly gone, because the idea is, you know, like, I don't want to make it like stereotypical fantasy world, a goblin, you see a goblin, it must be a bad guy type of thing. Like, I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of want to have it though where it's like that's the way that the main, or like I guess the ruling human empire, we'll call them, not great people, not ruled by great people, that's kind of something that they made up, like, you know, because like goblins, orcs, they're scary looking, so they must be bad guys, right? And we gotta eradicate them type of thing. Which, you know, fantasy world kind of mimics and parallels real world a lot of times, so, you know, just kind of wanted to do that with the storytelling. Welcome back, Ellie. Sorry, I was rambling on about things, but yeah, that's a very big project, gonna take years to work on. It'll probably never be done, which is kind of, I don't know, a little bit daunting, but you know, just a big thing, always adding stuff onto. But yeah, that's the Soulless world. Wait, I have it saved in Discord. I'm gonna read. I basically made like a synopsis. Don't apologize for rambling. Okay. Let me, if I can click the right tab. We made a synopsis. Basically. Here we go. one of the many human kingdoms, the Rakovan, I forget how I said this would be pronounced. It's Rakaavn. The rise to power escalated when they unlocked the secrets of portal travel. So we're kind of incorporating the Nether into this, almost like if you've seen the Wheel of Time, kind of like the, I forget what they're called, but yeah, there's the something gates or whatever. But now being able to quickly move troops throughout the world, they quickly annexed the remaining human kingdoms on their conquest to rid the realm of other races. The dwarven kingdoms closed up their strongholds and dug further underground, dwelling in isolation. The elves were exiled from their ancestral land of Cereswield, known for its sacred trees of the same name. The elves now reside to the far east in a frozen tundra. Goblins, orcs, trolls, and others like them were all nearly eradicated during the conquest, become nothing more than children's ghost stories. There are rumors that some still lurk in the wastelands and caves of the realm. The Rakovan Empire has now ruled for over 500 years with very little resistance thanks to their control of the portals, though the rule is despised by some of the other human kingdoms. Meanwhile, an ancient evil is spreading through the realm. So that was kind of the synopsis that I had written. Basically, some humans figured out the Nether, decided to go on a conquest, and yeah. So they're kind of the bad guys, but also like there's all kinds of ancient evils in the Nether. So like, yes, they're the bad guys, but there's also the bad guys type of thing going on. But yeah. It's always the humans, yeah. I kind of like want to have them kind of be like an overarching like bad guy thing, but I also want to make different factions of different races that are differently aligned. Why was that so hard to say? Just because I want to try to avoid the trope of certain fantasy races are always evil. Partially because, yeah, it's a trope. It's like, the scary ones are the evil ones. But also there are, I guess it depends. Some people who make fantasy races make them, it's kind of, I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, they didn't choose to be ugly and scary. Exactly. But like, sure, maybe there's some, but like, I don't know, I kind of want it to be like, oh, we got rid of all the scary ones, and so now, yeah, the synopsis, they're more like ghost stories that the Empire tells their children to get them to go to bed or whatever, eat their vegetables. Because I think like I think even in like Middle Earth and Tolkien's works, I could be wrong, but I know there's at least some works that give the impressions that like the goblins and orcs are irredeemable type of thing, which, like, you know, people are free to write however they wish. But yeah, I didn't want to necessarily do that, and I'm kind of a little bit inspired to do that. Because I have watched some Critical Role, the D&D thing, and you know, they have all these different characters that are different races or whatever, and it's not like any of them are
you following
inherently.
me?
Yeah, the corrupted elves. I think there's like some debate because it's like, okay, some of the like the first goblins are corrupted elves, but then like, you know, they had other goblins and that weren't like the original goblins were corrupted elves, or I don't know. I'm kind of rusty on it, and I think there's some discrepancies in it. I could be wrong though, but something like that. Yeah, if I went the irredeemable evil route, which will probably be like something coming from the nether, it'll probably be like it's actually just like, I don't know, an entity or like a god or something that's just evil and bent on chaos and whatnot, and it like corrupts things. And so like, yeah, kind of at some points we'll probably have like nether kind of like spilling out of different portals, like corrupting the area around it. I'm currently thinking, and this will probably be a very long time before I get to it, of having like the capital, the main human empire, like be in this area, like just a massive city, like King's Landing from Game of Thrones type of thing. Could be cool. And like I want to have like some kind of chamber, like deep, not necessarily deep underground, I guess, but kind of underground, like a circular thing with like pillars around it, and in the center is like a big portal. That was like the original one they, I guess, discovered how to activate using dark magic and whatnot, and then it's just like the corruption is just seeping into the entire area around it type of thing. I don't know. That's just a thought I had in my head. We'll see if I ever get to it. Yeah, that's... I haven't really talked a whole lot about lore, so I'm glad I got to do that. But Z-Man and I were talking earlier when he was on about wanting to get more into the lore, because I know he is planning on writing some books, or at least a book, with some of the stuff. And like, I know he said he started working on the lineages of the Dwarvens for his kingdom that he's currently working on and whatnot, which is further than I've gotten with with mine. But yeah, the Reeseweald trees, I want to be like kind of old magical. I think this is the way to go. Yeah, old magical trees that are highly coveted, and so it's part of the reason that the elves got kicked out and whatnot. And I want to have like the pink leaves on them because I think cerise was like, what was it? I want to say it was like French for cherry or something, which is not super original, I guess, but. And then wield like is a like I think it's an Old English word for like wood or forest or whatever. I want to do that, and I want to make essentially a custom biome where the elves were from, and like just have most of it kind of sadly basically destroyed, chopped down, have like a bunch of tree stumps and whatnot as yeah, the Empire went through and destroyed it and tried to take all the magical old wood for themselves or whatever. Why am I trying to sleep? It's at nighttime. Yeah, I should probably end the stream here soon. I've been going 3 hours. Yeah, 3 hours is a good stream. It's 11:30 and I am tired. I want to get this. Yeah, that's in short, that's what this world is about. And I say jokingly because that was a lot of talking. But I'm excited to keep working on this project for hopefully years to come. Which is crazy to say something like that. Masturbating, getting. Let me finish this window for you. Okay. Yeah. I'm also trying to get in the mindset of like, so today in the 3 hours I have made these windows and done that. Like this wall was already here, I just decided today to put windows in it. It's been a good while because I was trying to figure out how to do this because I was like, I didn't know if I wanted like wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to do these windows, if I wanted to do like kind of one big window or just like skinny windows. And yeah, I want to start trying to plan some stuff out ahead if possible, but also it's kind of just fun to wing it and hope for the best. But yeah, good. Treble says I just started a long-term world, which I actually haven't had before, and I'm excited to see where I go with that. Previously, I've just been on servers that keep fizzling out only after a few months, so I'm excited about the concept of working on for years. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, I'll just call it like the Hermitcraft style of SMP or whatever. Like, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I've been a part of those. But I've done a lot of those, and like, yeah, they just fizzle out, and then you start a new one and whatever. And so I kind of like the concept of having a forever world and doing something where you're making lore and whatnot as you're building and evolving the world. Something that just, I had the idea and I was talking about it with a couple friends, and they're like, that's a fun idea. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, so then we, yeah, just decided to do it together. Few people makes it go, but like, yeah, go a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's been a fun time. And it's like, okay, I'm not playing Minecraft so I can get diamonds and get rich to buy more resources or whatever. I'm just, you know, which is kind of weird because diamonds are currently pretty pointless except for armors and tools and maybe as decoration, but not a concept that I've done a lot of, but yeah. A fun experience and a nice change of pace. Or I forget to change this floor out. And made this floor as like it was bricks. Like this is like the most walked on, so it's like worn down. I need to like kind of expand it out to whatever. Yeah, I want to get thumbnail for next time. The chat above my head, it says test, because I have, that's my YouTube chat. And I'm using a multi-chat, and I always like to, I send test in the multi-chat program and just make sure it shows up on the Twitch and YouTube. So way back on the Twitch side, it also says test, but yeah. YouTube don't get as many viewers usually, which is fine. But yeah, the VODs are always there for anyone who wishes to go back through, though they aren't super exciting, I will say. But you know, I just wanted to document all the progress and everything. But yeah, enough rambling. Go to end. Let me see who I can pass the raid on to. YouTube is lonely. I don't like rating people I don't know very well. And I don't have anyone online that I know very well, so I don't think we're gonna rate anyone actually tonight. But yeah. Thanks everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, I usually pretty much always stream Minecraft on Monday nights, and Saturday nights I stream Magic the Gathering over on my other YouTube channel. This. Go. Linktree has, yeah, just the Rothrunder channel. That's the YouTube where you can find all the VODs for all the Minecraft stuff, and then, yeah, other channel for Magic the Gathering, if that's something that interests you. If not, that's fine. That's why I split the channels. But yeah. And then everything gets streamed to Twitch, because that's where I kind of started with things. But yeah, anyways, enough rambling. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you to Gideon for the raid. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for all the follows that came in from that as well. And all the chats and everything. Yeah, greatly appreciated. Yeah. I think that's all I need to say. Discord, other social media, you can find that in the link tree there. But yeah, that's it for me. Goodbye.